We are starting this episode with a clip from a channel called The Hunting Public. The group who runs this channel spends a lot of time outdoors, usually sharing what it is really like to move through the woods while hunting. On this trip, two of the guys, Nick and Ted, woke up incredibly early, hoping to reach a spot before anything in the forest noticed them. They waited for a long time and nothing happened. So later in the afternoon, they packed up and pushed deeper into a section of public land that fewer people visit. Once they found a new spot, they settled in and let the woods get quiet around them. They expected a normal evening out there. Instead, the forest answered back with something that made the entire situation go from calm to tense in seconds.
Chills all down my back.
Yeah. He's screaming at the absolute top of their lungs over there.
Very not good obscenities to someone else. Right before that last gunshot, it sounded like a truck revving up or something, like in gravel, throwing gravel or something.
Yeah.
And then that gunshot was like, that one sounded like a rifle. That last one, the other one sounded like a handgun. That last one, like,
you could make out a few things they were saying. It wasn't good.
Things we won't repeat on here, but it was like blood-curdling screaming. I've never witnessed anybody screaming like that. Something not good's going on. Imagine if we would have ended up warping them on it, how close we would be to that.
We might have been able to see it. That's terrifying.
That is wicked.
Well, hopefully nobody got shot, but sure sounded like somebody did.
Sounds like somebody might have got killed over there. Your vehicle.
Yeah.
At first, the noise just sounded like some guy out in the woods yelling. It was hard to tell if he was mad at someone or just ranting to himself. But a moment later, things shifted, and what happened next made everything start to make a lot more sense about what was really going on out there. The whole thing sounded like something you never want to overhear in the woods. You can hear a man shouting that he hates someone. Then several loud pops follow, and suddenly everything goes quiet. And this is all happening far from any houses or roads. They did not wait around to see what came next. They grabbed their gear, headed straight back to the vehicle, and contacted the authorities as soon as they were safe.
Yes. I've heard some stuff that I feel needs to be reported to the police department.
Okay.
I was hunting, me and a buddy were hunting, and at about 6:45, we heard gunshots, which is not uncommon, but then for 30 minutes straight or so, there was lots of screaming and just people, obscenities, and it sounded like something really bad was going on over there, and there was 20 or more gunshots ended up happening. And then I could hear vehicles taking off and coming to a halt, and we didn't know what to do, and we had no service, so we're trying to report and see if anything had been reported about there. I have pins dropped on a map about how far we were from where we think this was occurring. My name is Nicholas Andrews.
They reported everything as soon as they got back, and for the next few days, they followed up to see if anything ever came of it. The police said nothing turned up, no evidence, no reports, and the whole thing was eventually dropped. That leaves a lot of questions. Was it something serious that someone managed to hide before anyone got there? Or was it just a person losing control and yelling while firing off rounds into the air? It is hard to know what to believe. Let me know what you think really went down in the comments. For this next part, we are looking at a creator who goes by Silver Wolves. His channel is built around heading into places most of us would probably never explore on our own, from old underground tunnels to thick stretches of forest and forgotten spots with long histories behind them. People who love abandoned locations and hidden stories usually end up hooked on his videos. In this particular upload, he decided to push into Uhari National Forest and stay out there overnight.
Hey, what's going on, ladies, gents, YouTube? I am on my way to the Burkhead Mountain Wilderness area, Uhari National Forest. I'm going to be going on an overnight exploration. I'm going to set up base camp and then explore out from there. I'm going to be going off trail. Not sure how brushy it is and how much briars and so forth that's going to slow me down, but it's going to be a challenge. I'm using Onyx Backcountry. I created my own waypoints. There's going to be an old road, ghost road, hopefully I could find. I'm going to call it Old Gray Owl Road. Why? Because it connects to a road outside the forest that is called Gray Owl Road. But I want this video to be more of a how-to guide for people that want to go camping, go exploring for abandoned locations, paranormal investigation, Bigfoot hunting and all that. There's not too many videos out there.
After reaching the area, he grabbed his gear and started making his way down the trail. He had a specific spot in mind where he planned to set up for the night, so he headed deeper into the forest to get there.
You know what? I was thinking of following that trail a little bit further down the creek here, but I think I'm just going to jump. I'm just going to jump out into the woods. It looks kind of clear. Doesn't look too bad. There's a summit. I'm going to jump back in and start giving you my plan of action once I get to the summit. But I always do this with every video, and I like to mention it, is I always like to feel the area before I really start recording. So, I'll be right.
After some hiking, he found a quiet clearing that seemed like a great place to set up for the night. Once the tent was ready and his gear was down, he checked his map and noticed a few old buildings nearby. Curious, he decided to go take a look. But while moving through the trees toward them, something unusual started happening. Odd noises began creeping through the woods, and the deeper he went, the more noticeable those sounds became.
I'm gonna head back to camp. Coyotes are out. I'm getting a little turned around. It's kind of weird. My GPS was acting kind of funny. I'm not trying to sound spooky or anything like that, but it felt like I was walking, like it was starting to go around in circles before I was getting near the home, the abandoned home. So before I get too turned around, before the coyotes, I just want to get settled in.
His first run toward that spot did not last long. In the distance, he heard howls echoing through the trees, and deciding not to push his luck, he turned around and went back to camp. The following morning, he gave it another shot. This time, the forest stayed silent as he hiked. He finally reached that old house he had been trying to find, but the moment he stood in front of it, the energy felt different. Something about the place made the atmosphere heavy, like he should not be there at all.
This is creepy. Holy moly. I gotta go in. I gotta take this backpack off. I mean, just look at the way, this is so classic. Look at the way these chairs are just lined on top of each other. It smells like pee a little bit. Yeah, that's definitely pee. It almost smells like human pee. Oh. I got some hunting pictures. I don't know what's in the box, man. Should I look? Let's just focus on something else. Sports Illustrated. I'm sure this became, in probably better condition, a hunting station for the locals. Robert, you should have used the cannon.
Moving slowly through the collapsing building, he eventually reached a set of old stairs that looked like they could fall apart at any moment. Still, he decided to climb up and see what was on the second floor. But the moment he reached the top, something happened that he never expected.
I hope no crazy son of a gun living up here. I've seen too many of those videos. Oh shit! What the fuck? Oh, alright, there's an animal in there. Oh. What the hell? Whew. Oh man, my heart's pounding right now. I don't know what, I don't want to get bit. Out here, nope. Shoot. Alright, we got downstairs covered. Whew. Man. Son of a gun. Did we look in there? Yeah, we looked in there. Alright, let me get my... Oh man, my heart's pounding right now. Ooh, I'm shaking.
Even though the camera never actually shows what he saw, you can tell from his reaction that something was hiding up there. The way he stops and backs away says a lot. Abandoned places sometimes end up becoming shelter for people who do not want to be found. And running into someone who is hiding can be a lot more dangerous than any ghost story. It could have also been an animal tucked away, trying to stay quiet. Either way, that is not something you want to discover up close. I have featured other clips on this channel where explorers walk into old buildings and realize someone has been living there. Those moments can switch from curiosity to panic in a second. So if you ever explore spots like this, stay cautious. Move slow and be ready for anything. Sometimes the scariest part of these places is not what the camera shows, but the possibility that you are not alone. Alright, so up next we have a video from Alex, a guy who spends a lot of time wandering through old towns and forgotten buildings. For this trip, he loaded up his van and hit the road. His destination was a tiny spot called Yaso in New Mexico, a place most people have not talked about in decades. There are a couple of sad-looking buildings still hanging on. He even thought about sleeping there in the van if things did not get too weird. Now, I know this is not technically a forest, but it looks creepy enough. So for the sake of this video, we are going to pretend it counts. Close enough, right?
Starting to get dark. It's not totally dark yet. A lot of debris. So we're here, but it's dark inside here, that's for sure. So we're gonna explore it, see what it looks like, see if we detect anything. So this is the big room here. A lot of debris, furniture, that sort of thing going on here. Tumbleweeds, sound of the train. And as you can see, there's really nothing out there. Tonight, I'm gonna park my car over there. I mean, my van, RV van. I'm gonna stay the night tonight here in the Yeso town. So we're gonna go upstairs. Creepy place upstairs. The other thing that happened when we're up here, these are the stairs, if you see them. See if you can see them. They go up there to that door.
The house Alex stepped into had seen better days. The walls were peeling, the floors were worn down, and the whole place had that quiet, unsettled feeling old buildings get. Nothing jumped out at him while he searched through the rooms, but you could tell something about it felt off. Once he was sure he had seen everything inside, he did not stick around any longer than he had to. The sun was already starting to drop, and walking back to his van alone in a place like that is not exactly comforting. When you are standing in an empty house in the middle of nowhere, meeting another person suddenly becomes the last thing you want. After showing viewers how he had everything set up inside the van, Alex settled in and tried to get some sleep. But once the night fully set in, that is when the strange part of this trip began.
Something woke me up. I heard, I think, sounded like footsteps. I'm not sure if that's what woke me up. I put on my pants and my shoes, just for in case. I was asleep. I got all my windows closed. I got this light here, but I don't know if they can see it. But I certainly heard footsteps. Something woke me up. I'm not sure what it was. Oh, I heard the footsteps again. Looks like they went to the back. What the Okay. Somebody's definitely outside. I don't think I'm gonna stay here. Who is it? Who is it? Who is it? There's somebody inside. Son of a... I don't even know if I want to go outside. Who is it? I'm coming outside, man. Just so you know, I'm armed. I'm opening the door. Who's there? I don't see anybody. Fuck. What the fuck? Anybody there? Motherfucker, somebody out here. Hello? Maybe they went inside that schoolhouse. Okay. It's time for me to go. The sound was coming from this side, from the driver's side.
When Alex checked outside, the place was empty. My guess is someone spotted the vehicle, assumed nobody was inside, and got curious. The moment they heard someone respond from the other side of the door, they bailed quickly. Could have been a prank, could have been someone looking for an easy grab. Hard to know. Instead of playing detective, Alex packed his things and hit the road. That choice probably saved him from something messy. Imagine being half asleep and realizing a stranger is standing right next to where you are trying to rest. That thought alone is enough to raise the hairs on your neck. Something worth noting is that Alex was prepared. He had a way to protect himself, and that is not something we see often in these types of situations. Even with that advantage, he avoided a face-to-face encounter altogether. Sometimes the smartest move out there is not to be brave. It is to leave before curiosity turns into trouble. This next clip comes from a channel called Man Dog Wild. The guy behind it spends a lot of time outdoors, camping and exploring with his dog named Yeti. They have run into a few odd things in the past, but nothing that ever crossed the line into terrifying. In this video, the two of them are hiking through the mountains when Yeti suddenly locks onto something with her nose. She stops listening to commands and keeps moving toward whatever she is smelling. Instead of forcing her back, the creator decides to see where Yeti is trying to go. What is waiting at the end of that trail is something you will not want to miss.
Yeti.
Yeti is either one of two things.
She's a very simple dog. She's either completely unstable and constant zoomies, or she's very serious. And right now she's slowed down, and she'll stop and she'll want me to follow her to take me somewhere or show me something. And at this point, now she's not going to stray too far from me because now she wants to show me something. We've just been out here exploring, as we usually do around this time, you know, a little earlier than this. It's getting a bit dark now. And we've been on one of these abandoned roads that go to nowhere. They've just been left. Walking these dirt roads, and Yeti comes across this little trail. She slowed down and she wants to show me. See, she's right there. She's not running. She's not got the zoomies as she normally does. She's staying close by. She's scenting something.
As he trailed behind Yeti, the daylight faded and the woods began to darken. Most people would have turned back once the sun dropped, but he trusted his dog's instincts. So he kept walking deeper into the trees, letting Yeti lead the way through the night.
Still on the trail right here. Yeti was checking out this stuff. It looks like a no idea. Wow, that's just scary, huh? So the good thing is I don't think anyone's been here for a little while because I've walked through so many cobwebs. What is that? What's this, Yester? Creepy, huh? What is that? So this is where she leads us. I don't know what. That's super strange, huh? Like burnt into the rock. So obviously these mountains are strange places. Someone's come out here and made this. They've made this and I don't know what to make of this. What's your guys' thoughts on this? I have no idea. Maybe it's some kind of worshipping thing. Maybe it's just a sign. Maybe hunters. Kind of marker. I don't know.
The quiet of the forest suddenly changed. He could hear people talking somewhere out in the dark, and faint beams of light began slipping through the trees. Whoever was out there was moving in his direction and fast. Running into people in a spot that deep in the woods would be unsettling enough on its own. But combined with what he discovered there, the whole situation felt wrong. It is hard to imagine why anyone would set something like that up so far away from everything. The layout almost looked like it had some kind of meaning behind it, maybe a ritual of some sort. There are a few explanations that could make sense, but the strangest part is that his dog chose to lead him straight to it in the middle of the night. Out of the entire forest, they ended up right there. Let me know what you think was going on down in the comments. Rob Call Nature likes to take his viewers out into the forest and live off whatever he can carry. Sometimes he even challenges himself by skipping a fire or shelter just to see how rough a night can get. While searching through maps, he spotted a place labeled Viking Tomb. No pictures, no description, nothing. That kind of mystery was enough to get him moving.
I was Google mapping, trying to find cool places for me to do future adventures. When you search on Google Earth, if you get close enough to the terrain, there always pops up points of interest, and by pure luck, in the middle of the woods suddenly popped up a point of interest, and it read Viking Tomb. So I clicked on it, and only one picture taken from that Viking tomb. So I thought that place we have to visit.
A little while into the hike, something made him look back toward the road. That is when he noticed a small group standing around his parked car, snapping photos of it like it was part of some exhibit.
That's weird. Why would they do that? That really bothered me. Why would they take pictures of my car?
He did not let the people by his car bother him and continued moving through the forest. He started getting his hammock set up between a couple of trees. While he worked, the weather suddenly changed and light snow began drifting down around him.
It's 11 o'clock and I've been laying here for about 4 hours. The wind is really cooling down this shelter, even though I'm all tucked in and I've got hand warmers, 4 of them. I just can't seem to get warm, so I'm just laying here shivering. I'm going to pull the plug on this one. Am I hypothermic? No, but it's really uncomfortably cold. We are going to get up, back up, and hike out in the night.
It did not take long for the weather to flip on him. The temperature dropped fast, and before he knew it, the cold started cutting right through his clothing. After thinking it over for a bit, he realized there was no way he could safely stay out there all night. Pushing through those conditions would have been asking for trouble. But when he finally stepped out of the trees and reached the parking spot, something waiting for him near his vehicle stopped him in his tracks.
Well, I found her. My princess in shiny armor. Well, someone has been interested in my car. I knew there was something off. These are not my footprints. The left one is mine, and the right one is the visitor in the night. When we headed out, someone took a picture of my car. Well, maybe they're as curious as I am. Well, that's the... let's just get out of here.
Right as he reached his car, he noticed tracks pressed into the fresh snow leading straight toward it. Because the snowfall never stopped while he was gone, that meant whoever made them had passed through not long before he returned. Someone had walked right up to where his car was sitting and then disappeared into the woods again. Being alone in a quiet forest is one thing, but realizing a stranger was hovering around your only way out is another. The thought of them still being close by was enough to put his nerves on edge. He climbed into the driver's seat, locked the doors, and got moving without wasting time. I am curious how you see it. Do you think there was nothing to worry about? Tell me in the comments. That's all for today. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. Don't forget to leave a comment with your favorite encounter. And as always, thanks for watching and stay safe out there.